Analysis Opinion. Chicago Mayor Rahm Emanuel announced he would be filing a lawsuit against the U.S. Department of Justice over President Donald Trump's imposed crackdowns against sanctuary cities. What a waste of tax dollars this will be. Emanuel's logic doesn't even hold up in the eyes of a casual newsreader. Imagine how attorneys for the feds will tear it apart in a court of law. Here's what Emanuel said in announcing his city's looming suit. The Trump anti-sanctuary city plan is the administration's latest unlawful, misguided action, and it undermines public safety and violates the Constitution. He went on, saying Chicago was challenging the White House to ensure that their misguided policies do not threaten the safety of our residents. Hold the phone on that. Isn't it the other way around? Team Trump is planning on withholding federal dollars for cities that shelter illegals from deportation, that give even those illegals with criminal backgrounds a place to call home, free of the fear of being deported. It was this horrific government policy that led to the very public, very egregious murder of Kate Steinle, as she walked a San Francisco pier with her father in broad daylight. She was gunned down by an illegal with a felony record and 5 previous deportations, who had been in the city that day taking advantage of its leftist government's sanctuary offerings. Yet Emanuel's claim of suit is that kicking out such individuals would constitute a threat to the safety of city residents. Unbelievable. Actually, Emanuel's trying to make the point that the stripping of federal tax dollars will leave his city, along with other sanctuary cities, with too few dollars to pay for necessary law enforcement functions. But that's his city's choice. That's the choice all the sanctuary cities have been handed: quit shielding illegals and comply with federal border laws, or lose out on federal tax funding. Choose the road of law and order, and the money will flow. It's that aspect, the law and order, that Emanuel and others of his sanctuary city-loving ilk are bucking, though. The left loves chaos. It creates a system that depends on government for solution. And since the left loves big government, bingo, job security. That Emanuel's trying to sell his open arm welcome to illegals as a matter of good morals is simply laughable. Chicago will not be blackmailed into changing our values, he said, CNN reported. The federal government should be working with cities to provide necessary resources to improve public safety, not concocting new schemes to reduce our crime-fighting resources. Well, note to Emanuel, Trump's government is working with cities to improve public safety, starting with the removal of those who've broken border laws by coming to this country without permission, and focusing on those who are illegal and broken additional crimes once in country. It doesn't get any simpler than that. And opposing these common-sense border controls puts the opposers on the side of anti-America. You can't have a country without border control. You can't turn blind eyes toward illegals who present as a harm to U.S. citizens, and pretend you have the best interest of the nation at heart.